Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be playing two more Rapid games. This is just a continuation off of the previous video of me playing Rapid. Yeah, I'm just going to play two of them in the 10 plus 5 pool, and let's see how this goes. Okay, so I'm playing against the 1700. I still have my provisional rating. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so e4, c5. I'm going to be playing my repertoire, which is the video series on the classical Sicilian. So we are going to enter the open Sicilian here. Knight c3 and then knight c6. Now let's see. This is going to be a very interesting game, I think, depending on what chooses to play here. Bishop e3 is a very normal response, but it's not very good, as I've explained in the bishop e5. This is interesting. So yeah, here bishop d7 is the only move. I mean, there's queen b6 is possible, but that's not very serious. Here, so now, okay, so I think yeah. I mean, my reasoning right now here is either to play e6 or to play g6. And I think the fact that the bishop is not on g5 yet means that g6 is a very reasonable option. Because if I play g6, then I just play bishop g7, and I'm just gonna say that this entire bishop b5 idea doesn't make much sense in the dragon, at least. So I'm gonna get a very favorable version of the dragon here. Meanwhile, if I play e6, I'm kind of worried about the d6 pawn here with the moves like bishop f4 and stuff like that. So I think I'm just gonna play g6 here. Looks very reasonable, and I think it is the best move. So just play bishop g7x, and I don't think there are any problems. I mean, bishop g5, queen d2 is possibly the idea, but still, it doesn't look very threatening. Especially when white has already like castled kingside and not queenside, so this looks very good. Yeah, bishop g5, but now it's a little too late, I think. Also, queen d2, knight e4, is that a move? Okay, so that one doesn't look too good because I get a tempo on the bishop now. Then I can castle next. Yeah, I mean, bishop c6 maybe would have been better, but still, it doesn't look great. So here I'm just gonna castle. I can consider queen b6 right now, but knight a4, and then what? So I'll just castle first. Okay, now I don't think there's a... Okay, maybe there is a reason to not allow this bishop h6 move to trade off the bishops, because my bishop does look great on this diagonal. So if I play a move like queen b6, knight a4, queen d4, b3, there's maybe knight e4 there, but yeah, I mean, e7 pawn is still weak. So if I play a move like rook e8, I think it's very multi-purpose. First off, it defends e7, so I can move this knight away with some possible knight takes e4 like tricks. And secondly, once bishop h6 comes, I can just keep my bishop here with the bishop h8. Very typical idea. And here, yeah, I was relying on the fact that f4 is not really possible because of queen b6 and just taking on b2. And normally this pawn can be taken. Like for example, in the Sozin variation in the classical Sicilian, this can be taken in many situations, and as long as I don't open up like the here and then like taking, I think it's probably possible, but I don't really want to face the consequences of like bishop c4 and the pressure on f7. So after e5, I think I'll just play a move like knight g4. Knight g4 and then attacking the bishop g5, and maybe then I can take. Yeah, and this rook e8 move is very useful, I think. Okay, I don't have any fancy tactics with like knight e4, so I think queen a3 is just the only move. Oh, f5. Okay, interesting. But now I can play, for example, knight g4. Or I can play queen c5 here. I think it's very reasonable. but bishop e3 is something I need to think about. Let's see, knight g4 is what I want to play. Queen f4, I can take and play bishop g7. I can also just play rook b8 here. Try to wait. Actually, knight g4. I'm also attacking the knight on c3, so that may be like really strong. Knight g4. Take on g6. H takes g6. Bishop c4 e6. So what I'm calculating right now is like knight g4, fg6, hg6, bishop c4, threatening the f7 pawn. But I can maybe get away with taking on c3 and then like... But there's gonna be rook f7 though. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem, I think. So knight g4, fg6, hg6. Bishop c4. Like maybe e6 even? I can play also like rook b8 right now and not remove my knight from the f6 square, where it might be defender actually of my king. Yeah, playing a move like rook b8 here and just trying to simplify things is very reasonable. There's no reason to remove my knight from f6 right now because it's a key defender of my king, so it blocks the f-file, and it's, I think, very important. Now the only thing I'm worried about is like some kind of bishop c4, and then okay, so this one I'll obviously take with this pawn, because if I take with the f pawn, the other diagonal will be wide open. The only thing I'm concerned about is like some bishop c4, queen g5, and then like takes here, making use of the pin. But that should easily be dealt with because I have many tempi to use. Bishop c4, I can play e6 at the very least. Okay, rook b is e1. It's probably a wise decision, avoiding the trade of pieces. Right now, I'm considering bishop e6. I think bishop e6 is very strong if I just take control of this other diagonal and I don't allow bishop c4. The question is that after bishop e6, is e5 a move? Like takes? No, it shouldn't be a move. Like bishop g6 just doesn't work, I think. e5? Wait, okay, so let's say bishop e6, e5. Takes queen g5. Maybe a move like knight h7 is pretty good. Or I can just take on c3 even. No, take on c3 is dangerous. But I'm pretty sure bishop e6 is the right move here. Let's see. Bishop e6, queen g5. Knight h7, and then I'm unleashing a double attack on this guy, and yeah, with two pieces. The queen retreats. I take on c3 with the queen. Bishop g6, fg6, queen g6, bishop g7. Yeah, and there's no rook f7, there's nothing there. Pretty sure bishop e6 is correct. Yeah, so let's see. What are the options here? I mean, even unlike if I trade everything off, I should be okay. That shouldn't be a good move because like knight g5 at least it's like a fork. It's like a fork and like a really like a attack here, right? 1, 2, 3. That's like 3 pieces hanging right now. So I'm very curious about what this rook e3 business is all about. Yeah, this rook a3 just shouldn't work. Okay, let's see. I mean, yeah, okay, like here I can just take on c3 and I should be winning. I think taking with the queen so I can like try to trade off some pieces. Okay, so that move, I mean, bishop e5 is just winning another exchange. Like, dude, this drops, I mean, everything is just falling apart here. Yeah, so I mean, queen g5 is a better move than this, obviously, than queen f4, obviously, but should still be winning even then. Yeah, from here on, I don't think there is a reason for me not to kind of speed up and just pick up the pace. Yeah, there's not much to consider. I don't know what they're thinking about. Okay, so there. And now this is even worse because I take the rook and then I take on h6. I mean, I don't understand what my opponent is doing right now. I mean, the knight also, I mean, it's just the bishop also hangs, so it's like, I mean, I would just resign here, but that's just me. And that's, yeah, one rook and a rook and a piece. I can also now go for the attack with like knight g4 and a queen h8, which is kind of funny. Oh, play e5, please. Play e5, so I can play knight g4 and then take, and then queen h8. Then just deliver mate on h2. Ooh, I'm setting up something cheeky. Just quite obvious, but I really want to play this right now. Right. I think pretty sure it's a safe pre-move, but I might just do it for yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I should have pre-moved it a second ago. Just for giggles, but this is kind of funny. I mean, okay, I'll take this guy's rematch, I guess. Okay, let's see. Sicilian. I'm gonna try to play my normal stuff here. E6. So I think the only move to gain advantage seriously is like just to play the open Sicilian here. Yeah, and this one I play knight c3, and queen c7 I play bishop e3, and then this queen f3 line. Okay, so a6. Typically people avoid this way of playing because knight c6 people consider a problem. But I can also try to try to just play bishop e3, queen c7, and then queen f3. Both ways are quite reasonable playing. Knight c6, bc6, bishop d3 also looks fine. Yeah, I mean I have two options here, two pretty good options. I can go into the normal Taimanov lines with bishop e3, and then queen c7, queen f3, which I know pretty well. Or I can just play knight c6, bc6, and play bishop d3. This is pretty solid position, but it's not much to hope for, to be honest. So I'll just go for bishop e3 here. Okay, let's see what my opponent goes for. Okay. I used to hate playing against the Taimanov or like this e6 Sicilian, so I try to find every single way to avoid it. Like I played g3, which Arthur Nixon calls the Baltic system. Okay, I don't think bishop b4 is a good move. Pretty sure it's because of knight c6. And yeah, taking here would damage my pawn structure, but it would give out the bishop here, which is significant, I think. Yeah, this is already pretty bad, I think. I can play a move like bishop c5 or queen d6 right now. That would be, or even like queen g4. Well, queen g4, knight f6 can gambit the pawn. So bishop c5, queen a5, bishop b4, or like queen d6 is an interesting try. Bishop c5. It looks really good if it works. Because if they play a move like knight f6, then I have like maybe it's not that good, but it looks just so tempting to take control of all of these dark squares. Bishop c5, knight g7, queen d6. Yeah, and then what's the knight g6, h4? Yeah, this looks interesting. I've never seen this position before, clearly. So pretty sure this is like really bad for black, but let's see how to make most of it. How to make the most of it, yeah. Okay, so bishop c5, knight f6. And then what? Because if I push e5, knight d5, and then c4, there's going to be queen a5 check, winning the bishop. So bishop c5, knight f6, maybe even queen d4. Or maybe bishop c5, knight f6, e5, knight d5, maybe there's queen g4 there. It looks pretty interesting. With the rook, I mean, it looks very awkward for... Yeah, I'm very curious about what the computer says about this. e5 is also a pretty good move, I'm pretty sure. But e5, queen a5 though. Yeah, it's less clear. And now bishop c5, queen a5. I may have... Bishop b4, queen e5, queen d4. Interesting options. I'll play bishop c5 because I just think it looks very harmonious if I can take control of all the dark squares there. Okay. And the question is now what? I'm thinking d5 is like the right move, but... Okay, so this is what I considered. And like queen d4 here I thought was pretty nice. Or like bishop... Yeah, the thing is like bishop b4, queen e5 looks quite annoying with attacking the e4 pawn, so... Thinking that queen d4 is the right move. If I play queen d6 right now, there's a mating threat, but they can play queen takes c3 first. And then like king e2, maybe even taking another pawn and then just forcing my king up the board. Which is why I think queen d4 is best here. And if next move, if I need, I can play bishop b4, and now there's no queen e5. So knight f6, bishop e4, let's say queen g5, then there's maybe queen d6. But there's knight e4 and the queen defense e7. So here now bishop b4. Just play bishop b4 now, yeah, why not? Black still cannot castle here. This looks already very, very nice. I think f3 is a very slow move. I don't think I'm gonna play f3. It's not in the spirit of the position. Queen g5, yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking I can just play like h4, but h4, queen g4. Maybe like bishop d3 actually. This just feels like a position where I should try to sack. Just sack for the sake of getting a lot of play here. Bishop d3 develops, protects the e4 pawn. It can't be a bad move, even at the cost of g2 pawn. I can even play queen d6 there, which is kind of funny. So I would think I will go for bishop d3, and let's see if queen g2, queen d6. Knight g8 would run to mate. Yeah, I think that's winning, right? Let's say queen g2, queen d6. And then queen takes h1. Okay, I can't play king. I think king e2 is more accurate. And then the queen is being attacked, and if it takes the other rook, then it's going to be mate. Yeah, and here there's no defense, right, after queen d6. These kind of positions are always tricky because in one move, all of the advantage could just like go away. Oh, interesting. I can play queen c5 right now, which is very annoying to deal with, I think. Queen c5, and then what do they do? Knight d7. Yeah, so that's the idea. Queen c5. I can also play e5 now. Wait, e5, knight g4? No, but it's not that clear. Even e5, knight d7. It's not that clear. So queen c5 now, I think is the correct move. But after knight d7, queen c6, let's say rook b8 is necessary, and then I can castle. And yeah, I mean the position just looks horrible for black. I mean knight d7 is the only move to cover the e7 square. Knight g8, there's gonna be queen g8, queen f8, king d7, and then like maybe at least the very least there. So I'll take the pawn now, attacking the rook. Rook b8 needs to defend the bishop, so no rook a7s because that would hang the bishop. Rook b8, and even just castle, I think should be winning. But castle, I mean, yeah, I think castle is the right move because if they try to sack the exchange here to get rid of my bishop, then I can take the bishop with check first. Okay, so I have like queen d7 now. Can go for queen d7 now, I guess. I mean queen d6 now, yeah. Queen e5. Then I can trade on e5 and then play bishop d6. Queen c7. I can play bishop d6. Queen c7 or queen d6? What's the benefit of each? I think I'll just play queen d6. It looks more natural. If you're taking, I need to be careful of like some pushes and like g2 is being threatened with mate. So yeah, let's see what happens here. Okay, so now, yeah, this is the critical test. Now, what is the move here? I'm pretty sure, I mean, bishop e2. I mean, I could just take on a6. Bishop a6, I mean, that's just cleanly winning, I think. Yeah, especially if I trade off all the pieces, I mean, there's no way this isn't easily winning. Yeah, there's all, I think these problems stem from the weaknesses on the dark squares. I mean, it's not the main reason that, maybe it is actually, I'm not sure. The main reason that a lot of people avoid playing e6, knight c6, and then a6, because possibly white can take on c6 and then like force dark square weaknesses there, and especially after black voluntarily like gave up the dark sword bishop, all of the dark swords become weak, and as we see in this case, this bishop just stayed alive the whole game, and this is just what you should, this is like the dream scenario and what everyone should avoid. Okay, d1. I'm already thinking of some rook d7 ideas, which I think is already winning. Yeah, rook d7, like h4 for example, rook d7, king d7. I can play, I think rook d1 is cleaner. If the queen has to block, I can just take. Or let's see, rook d7. Okay, h4, rook d7, king d7, queen d6. Actually, king c8. Yeah, I mean, this is easily winning. I'm not... Yeah, the question is now if queen d6 is faster or if rook d1 is faster. Queen d6. King c8. Queen c6. I'm pretty sure queen d6 is faster. It just gets the queen and the rook into the game. King c8 is forced if you don't want to lose the rook here. And then rook d1. Queen d5 is forced. Takes. And even then I don't need to take the pawn. d6, king c8. I can take the pawn, but queen d5 is the only moves here, so takes. Take the pawn, king e8, queen e5, king d7 is forced. Yeah, I think this is easy. I just... Okay, give a check. Check, king e7, c5. I mean, an h3 is just easily winning. I mean, I'm pretty sure h3 is not necessary, but I'll just play h3. I don't want to waste my opponent's time any further. And this should be, I may just cover the back rank and there shouldn't be any counterplay left in the position. Rook h6, bishop a4, king e7. Yeah, okay, so this one is just mate into. Nice. Okay, so that will be the end of this session, I guess. I managed to read 1926, I guess. Yeah, 1926, so that'll be it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, I guess this is kind of a long one, considering that I thought a lot and my opponent also thought for quite some time, so hope you enjoyed it. You didn't get too bored. If you want to request any other topics, especially in theory, then please do comment below. And that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Stay safe and have fun playing chess.